wants to be next? Who wants to be next? Pick your panel.
Okay.
Which one is your panel? Now, but one thing I do want to do, can we reverse it for a second?
Sure.
I'm going to finish with it. I want the other side.
Okay. Would it be better if I took my panel out somewhere else?
No, because the lighting is perfect here. So
Okay. Thank you.
you're welcome. Lighting is important.
Okay.
Oh, I see what you got to do. You made that, didn't you?
Well, actually, I had a carpenter friend of mine.
Yeah.
He didn't have a panel, so he just kind of went with my.
Yeah. He did a good job. It worked.
Yeah. So.
If you don't have to put it back on there right now. Just
No.
face me. All right. Okay. Which one's yours? This one here?
Yes.
Can you stand right over here?
Do you want me to move it up there?
You know, you could do that, I guess, but is it a lot of work?
No, you just pick
Okay.
it up and...
I just want to try to get them all done. That's why. It's
Right.
I don't know if this is the only thing you have on your agenda for the meeting tonight. That's why.
I don't know either. Oh, really? Okay. I guess.
Cheryl, can you get me another one ready? Have another artist in here pick their. They'll go faster that way if we get them ready.
Kind of work with this. It's really didn't work with the vision, so. Is that good for you?
Yep.
Glenn? I mean, to move these chairs.
Move this one specifically. She can stand right there. And I'll do it like this here. You
What am I
know,
supposed to say?
you say your name, where you're from, and talk a little bit about. I'll ask you a question like, what did you name this, and then you enjoy doing this, and how many hours did you put into this? Simple. It's just simple.
Okay.
Don't be shy. You were a teacher, right?
Right. Right. Yeah, but off the cuff is better than factual. I mean, you know.
All right, quiet on the set. Back a bit now.
Sure.
You're trying to give me some help here.
For some reason, I really, in my mind, thought that the back would never be seen.
Oh, why? Stand back there. And okay,
There's no title.
okay. But you're gonna find one for me, right? Think of one. Thank you very much. They're beautiful. Now this is looks like a farm, a pasture. I see a barn with hay, and I see the old tree, and of course the rocks that used to make the fences in those days. But you also have a wooden fence, and you are
Frank Mullen,
from?
Manchester, New Hampshire.
And how many hours did you put into this, Frank?
Oh my goodness, I don't know. I haven't worked with acrylics in 25 years, so it's probably took the good part of a month to do both.
It's a great job. And do you have a name for this one?
No, I don't.
You don't. It's beautiful scenery. It's typical of New Hampshire, is it not?
Yes.
And you've got it in the period of the fall because of the fall colors. Okay, now we'll turn it around. And Frank, did you give a name for this one?
No, I didn't.
This is another farm, but this time the trees are different. You have white birch, which is very, very common here in the state of New Hampshire. And your barn is somewhat different.
Yeah.
And this is more like a working farm versus the other one would look more like an animal farm because of the hay. And I can see the what do they call that? Is it a hollow?
This here?
Yeah, where you put the grain in.
Yeah.
There's a name for it, but it's
Silo.
Silo. It looks like a silo. And on top of the mountain, it could either be rocks or a small shade of white snow. So Frank, it took you about a month to do this.
Just about.
And if you had to do it all over again, would you do it again?
Yes, but I'd start earlier.
It's a good experience though, isn't it?
Oh yes. Oh yeah.
Now you've been doing art for a long time.
Yes.
And it shows.
Yes.
Well,
Yes.
Frank from Manchester, thank you very much. Your last name again?
Mullen. M-U-L-A-N.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
This looks like spring, and you are?
Peg Lippin.
From
Booksett.
Bookset. And what did you call this piece?
Spring Flight.
It looks so much like spring, and it's beautiful. I mean, the clouds, it looks so real. Behind the camera here, it looks so real. And how long did it take you to make this piece?
Well, I work quickly. This was 3 or 4 hours.
So you're quick.
Yes, yes.
So,
and I love working on large pieces.
And you've been doing this for how long now?
Just a few years, actually.
But you got a good mind for it, obviously. You got a picture in your head and you
Yes.
just put it on
I've
canvas.
been saving pictures for decades.
So this is spring, and it is beautiful. Now this is the other half of your panel, and it looks like fall. Did you
In the
call
jungle.
it? In the jungle.
Yes.
Okay, that makes sense. You have big leaves, but they're very colorful. That's why I thought it was fall.
Uh-huh.
And how long did it take you to do this one?
This one took a little bit longer because of the detail work, and I did go back and blend some colors. But once again, it was 2 or 3 days work. That was it.
And you have a second panel.
Yes, I do.
Let's go to that one. And what do you call this one?
My place.
My place. It's got water, so you got a place on the lake or something?
If only.
If only, yeah.
This is where I'm going to retire.
Okay. And how long did it take you to do this one?
Again, 3 or 4 hours tops.
It's very nice. Very nice. Oh, now we'll turn it around to the other side. And this one is a little bit of New Hampshire.
Uh-huh.
And how long did it take you to do this one? There's a lot more work in this
This
one.
one took longer. This one probably took twice as long as the others.
It's more detail. The mountain waters, and then coming down to the river, and you've got lots of rocks and green, lush green grass. And your name again?
My name? Peg Lippin.
From Hookset.
Yes.
Well, thank you very much.
Okay, and this
And you call this what?
melt water.
Melt
Spring.
water.
Yes.
And very appropriate for New Hampshire because the snow does melt and it goes down to the rivers.
Yeah.
Thank you
Okay.
very much. And you are?
My name is Martine Gonzalez, and I'm with the Manchester School District, and I work at McLaughlin and Southside in their after-school programs.
And you live here in Manchester,
I live in Hillsborough, New Hampshire.
Hillsborough.
I'm not quite the artist my students were. They painted this. It took them probably at least 5 hours to do both sides, and this was a project that they were very much interested in because if they're interested in stopping graffiti, actually this spawned out of a project we were trying to do to stop graffiti in our areas, and this was one of the ways that we decided to help them show the positive sides of it.
Excellent teaching.
Yes, absolutely. It was excellent teaching out of a Learn and Serve project that they were doing. So on one side they did their
All right.
art project, and on the other side they actually were able to do their graffiti.
All right. And you are?
I'm Colleen O'Connor, also with the Manchester School District, 21st Century.
You live here in Manchester?
I do.
And now we'll turn it around. This is supposed to be their graffiti.
That's right. This is their claim to fame for their graffiti.
Did they tell you which they enjoyed doing the most?
This was the most challenging side for them, I thought.
Challenging?
Because, yes, because it was going out and going to be displayed out there. The other side wasn't quite so personal, so I think this one was the one they really stressed a lot over making it look really good, you know. And that was really important that they had their graffiti art as well as, presentable product.
Okay, thank you very much. And your name again is?
Martine Gambale.
And for which school?
I work for the McLaughlin School District and Southside School.
But you live in Hillsborough, New Hampshire. Thank you very much. It took them about 5 hours to do both sides, you said?
Yes, about 5 hours.
That's pretty good.
This one here, that one was longer.
All right, thank you very much. Manchester School District, changing lives through balance. 21st Century Community Learning Center.